𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗪𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗓𝗏. Wow, how many names do y'all need? 19 was arrested in connection with the unaliving of a 42-year-old woman in Fairfax, Virginia. Media outlets on the right emphasized that Campos was an unauthorized migrant, while others on the left, I gotta get into this a little bit more, y'all, sorry. Let's see. While others on the left downplayed it as a factor in the murder. He's not supposed to be here. There's no factoring. This is so crazy. Again, we've got the Lincoln Riley Act, and, ICE is doing the best they can, but with judges blocking and protecting people that should not be here, it's just wrong. Like some of these judges, they need to be removed from the bench, disbarred, not ever able to practice law ever again. Okay? And there are some attorneys as well, because this whole thing with immigration is out of control because they are looping in people that shouldn't be here. Like TPS. TPS is temporary. There's no pathway to citizenship, long-term residency, nothing with that. You have to go back to your home country in order to come back here. Like that's it. You can't just get here on TPS and like, oh, this is great. I just want to stay and hang out with you guys. It doesn't work like that. You have to go home. Okay, and the U.S. national debt surpasses $40 trillion. Renewing debate over fiscal outlook. Look, yeah, it's bad. We're spending too much money. We're not making enough money. We are not lowering the debt because this was supposed to be so much better. We were supposed to at least be at I could take being at 30 trillion. And the only reason I say that is because we were at like 35. But it's increased. We're increasing. When is enough enough? We shouldn't be in this kind of debt anyway. Competing claims emerge on who controls the Strait of Hormuz as Trump launches economic D-Day. That's going to be interesting to see what happens, because right now we do have a little bit of leverage here in the United States. We do develop our own crude. We do have oil refineries where we are refining our own oil. We're just not doing it at the capacity that we use it, but we do produce it. So now it's getting it to the level of where we have a surplus beyond our regular usage, so we can sell to other parts of the world to make a profit and hopefully lower the deficit. My goodness. Missouri court strikes down effort to bring GOP favoring election map to voter referendum. Interesting. Okay. I like it. I don't think there should be any gerrymandering going on. Y'all are just wild. The Democrats do it. The Republicans do it. It's just crazy. So they're striking down the effort for them to even bring forward an election map. Okay, let's see. DSA candidate Angie Nixon defeats established candidate in Florida state primary. So yes, she defeated the incumbent Democrat, right? I guess the incumbent had $16 million budget, and she had right under $1 million budget, and she was able to progress, right? But it's really to see her platform and how that's going to turn into a general election win. Because yes, it's within your party, but outside of that, are you going to get enough Republicans, independents, and moderates to vote for you? That's the bigger question. Trump admin proposes ending restrictions on the $44 million forest acres. Okay, interesting. We're going to end restrictions? Yeah, because it's preserved land. It's preserved land. And then personalized mRNA vaccine reduces risk of melanoma recurrence in clinical trials. That's interesting. I don't want you messing with my DNA with modified RNA. They keep making it sound good. No, there are some people that are susceptible to melanoma, because their skin is very sensitive to the sun. So that's where that happens. Just saying. Now I wanted to get us caught up on some, I guess they're not current lawsuits, but the first video I'm going to show you guys is from a couple of months ago, and I just wanted to make you aware and then just give you a status update on another lawsuit going on.
Today in the landmark Meta trial, the former Facebook engineering director testified yesterday that the rate of teens exposed to violent or graphic content on Instagram was hundreds of times higher than what Meta reported. Meta is denying allegations of deliberately designing its platforms to hook young users. And now California's Attorney General is calling this, quote, the tobacco moment for Meta. ABC's Ksenia Whitworth has more on the trial. Hi, Ksenia.
Yeah, good morning. Lawyers representing several states in this landmark case hurling vicious accusations about how they claim the social media giant harvested and used data collected from children. During opening statements, the Deputy Attorney General for the California Department of Justice said they plan to show jurors a study conducted by Meta titled "The Young Ones Are the Best Ones," accusing the company of exploiting the vulnerabilities of its youngest users in order to encourage compulsive use under a teen time spent company-wide initiative for Instagram, an operation that lawyers described as hook, hold, harvest, and hide. And they called the former Facebook employee to the stand who testified that teens are being exposed to violent or graphic content that was 100 to 400 times higher than what Meta was reporting publicly. Meta, in a statement, reiterates its record in protecting teens before it became a legal issue and calls the AG's claims limited, adding the states have no proof they were misled. CEO and founder of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, does plan to testify about how they say teen users have used the apps to help them report bullying.
Yeah. It's addictive. They know it. It was all by design. Stop it. You got caught. Now, the other one that I wanted to share with you guys really quick, this is Alexa. So if anybody, let me add it to the stage. There we go. If anyone has or has had an Alexa, so as of the 26th, I found a video on X about, they were basically trying to compare it to wiretapping. So the plaintiffs allege that Alexa devices recorded private conversations without prior proper consent, right? Including false wakes, accidental activations when no one said the wake word, retained the recordings indefinitely, had humans reviewed some of them and or used the data commercially. Some claims are framed under wiretap laws, others under consumer protection laws. So right now, trying to get to the latest one. As of the 14th, Amazon reinstated binding arbitration clauses and class action waivers in its U.S. consumer terms of service. This was partly a response to the earlier wave of tens of thousands of individual arbitration demands over Alexa recordings that overwhelmed the company years ago. Pre-existing lawsuits such as Garner are not affected by the new terms. So the video is okay. So I said, were people aware the conversations were being recorded? Was this in the terms and conditions that the conversations would be recorded or stored later? Yes. So understand, it's in the terms and conditions. And then the other question I asked, I said, so the best thing that a consumer should do is not buy the device if they really do not understand the terms and conditions. If you are not going to read through all the fine print and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted, I just want this machine, then you're just leaving yourself open. Just know they can, do whatever they want to do, because the